Hi, I'm Alyssa. My partners are Lexi and Victoria, and our topic is handwriting analysis. So, the job for handwriting analysis is usually called a handwriting analyst, but there's other names for it. There's document examiner, handwriting expert, document expert, handwriting examiner, and forgery expert. In order to be a handwriting analyst, there's no specific degree needed, and there's not a degree for it. And what they do is compare handwriting, like in crime scenes. And then they do this by looking at individualities in the handwriting, and also the handwriting can tell them characteristics about people. So the specific techniques required. So the first one is analysis, which is the first step, and it's to analyze the known writing sample and the unknown writing sample, and they look for unique qualities in the handwritings, such as like the slant, the size, the spacing between letters, and everything like that. And then the second step is comparison. So they'll look for different elements from the known sample and the unknown sample. They also consider the phrasing and the spelling and grammar, not just how the handwriting looks. And then the third step is evaluation, which is the final step. So they evaluate the similarities in the known and unknown samples, but no single similar characteristic can determine if it's from the same person. They have to make, the analyst has to make a judgment over the whole total handwriting sample and decide if it's a match.
Okay, so I did the cases, and for the first case, it's the Lindenberg's case. And Charles Lindenberg's 20-month-old son was kidnapped, and a ransom letter was found on the windowsill, and the ransom was paid, but the baby was found dead. And in one of the trials, they used handwriting analysis to compare the handwriting, and they solved the case. And then the BTK killer killed about at least 10 people in Kansas, and he sent many letters and evidence to the police, and using handwriting analysis along with DNA, they also solved that case. And then for the reference, here's the movie clip.
Finally meet you. Officially.
Are you familiar with the study of graphology?
I've never given it any serious thought, no.
The psychological analysis of handwriting. The upward strokes on the P, the J, and the M indicate a genius-level intellect, while the flourishes on the lower zone denote a highly creative yet meticulous nature. But if one observes the overall slant in the pressure of the writing, there's a suggestion of acute narcissism, a complete lack of empathy, and a pronounced inclination toward moral insanity.
So the paid salary of a handwriting analysis, the top earners earn about $108,000 annually. The 75th percentile earn about $80,500 annually, and the average earns about $60,595 annually, and the 25th percentile earns about $40,500 annually. So this is our ed puzzle that I did, and then we have the class code down here. These images I found, so like this side talks about the loops and the L's and the T's. This one talks about the loops at the bottom of the Y's and like what they mean. This is a little expert from like a little note that handwriting analysis like went back and like circled what he found. So like this loop at the Y can be like fluid and determination. This like sharp, like little like sharp at the end of the Y means aggressive. And these are just examples of like things to look for in like a little note, or depending on what you're analyzing. So like the T's, how you cross your T's, where you dot your I's, the L loops, your pen pressure, etc. So the one I found is like the big 10 personalities is what it talks about. And it talks about how that like contributes to your handwriting, also your emotions on how it contributes, and what people can use your handwriting to determine depending on the situation. And here's our bibliography and the credits. Each of their names and numbers corresponds to what we did within this project. And that's it. Thank you.